Gotta love the intro to that. But as you said, Das, I've done a bit of a season review so far. So I know we're just past the halfway point, but
the very best of
mid-season review and just a little reminder of where we've gone to so far in Nuff. So I'm going to go through the rounds, and it just happens to be we're starting round 2, and Das, you're at the top of the list. Well, you can't if you're going to throw something out there like you met someone and you got to know them pretty well. You got to get the right person, and in this case, you didn't.
Should we speak to Timsy or not?
I caught up with Timsy.
Did you?
I think I met Timsy.
Did you?
Did I meet you, Timsy, on a plane recently?
Nah, you met Dylan. You didn't meet me.
You're an arrogant piece of work, you are. You've lost connection with the people.
Timsy and Dill all the same.
Oh, they're all the same.
Package them up.
Stop talking in the moment, though.
You painted them all with the same brush, do you? Anyone from Ned's, just the same people. Hey, let's move on. Let's start with round 2, actually. Brownie, your mate. Now, he's in here probably the most out of anyone, isn't he, Damo?
Yeah, he gives you plenty of material.
Just struggles to describe a situation sometimes, and, well, in this case, just repeats what you said, does.
But the tackle from Mackay was supreme.
That's what set up the goal, Duke. He was just fast. He was after him like a supreme athlete.
if in doubt, go back to the well and just use supreme again.
Something wrong with that man. Seriously.
Let's move on to round 3, and well, it's that man again, Brownie. Another thing he struggles with is credits and bringing shows in and finishing shows. He basically struggles with everything, but this one is just a credit.
We're going to go to a break on the Sunday Rub. The Bombers up against the Gold Coast Suns for McDonald's and
Good one.
Green Hot Water, Triple M Watch Footy.
Just if he's in trouble, I found he just pauses and just gives up, just stops, leaves it for someone else.
Quite comfortable with dead air.
Just leave it.
Sit there.
Just headphones off. Someone else. That's your problem now. Hey, Greg Blewett, who I work with closely in Adelaide, and I did say I wasn't going to use him, but we have to go back here because Damo, you might have forgotten this. Obviously, do live reads, and this one sometimes you can pre-record them, and sometimes you got to go live. And when you go live, there's no, you can't record it again. You are there for everyone to hear and see. And poor old Bluey.
Nice work, Burns. Spend over $500 and get $100 off your first order. Yeah.
Remember, we're still live. He finishes it.
Just use promo code. Text and T's apply.
He finished it.
Is that Andrew Jarman?
That's just laughing.
Help him out.
It really helped him out, didn't we? But to his credit, did finish it. I'm not sure they would have been too happy with that live read, but anyway, they stuck with us. Round 4. Well, it's Brownie again. This time he stuffs up wrapping a show up.
I had a little wander down the highway, which was fun.
Look, thanks very much for giving up some of your... Some of your
That was wrapping up an interview. I should have got right, but he's just, I don't know. It makes me laugh. And Brownie, keep doing that because you do entertain us. Now, part of your role today, Das, we'll have to do it, or the host does, throws to the news at some stage. And, well, JB doesn't stuff too many things up, and he reckons this isn't his fault still, but he threw to Ann Stone. And, will you tell me, Das, if this is Ann Stone?
Time now, news update with Ann Stone.
Thanks, fellas.
I don't know why I find that so funny, but
I find it funny because Jim would find it very unfunny.
He hated it.
And Will Ralston copped it that day.
That's our newsreader in Perth, Carbo, and he prides himself on the cross, and it's his favourite thing in the world is when the rub photo him. And poor old Carbo, he never lived that down.
he flat old Carbo.
Flat as a tack.
Oh, brilliant. And now we'll hold out. Oh, yes, it is, Carbo. Hey, well, I didn't want to put this one in, but when your city hosts something big, and Adelaide hosted Live Golf, You got to get the people that know all about the golf
Tell me
to
this
ask
is
the
you.
big
This is you.
questions. To ask the big questions.
Yes.
And I thought myself that this was one of the elite questions you could ever hear.
Did you ever, did you in your wildest dreams ever think that this would happen? Like the people here, the crowd, everything. Even yesterday was so good. We were part of that. But just before we came here, I watched the footage for a bit, and they said the commentators were saying we have not seen this in live golf.
Yeah.
I know the history doesn't go back far, but they have not seen this in live golf. Did you think you would be the best outing that they've had?
Had you had a couple, Burn?
No, I actually hadn't. I
Surely.
came back. I was a bit late getting to. We did an OB, obviously from the golf, and I was a bit late getting there. So went straight on and didn't know who we were interviewing and didn't really know what I was going to ask.
People have achieved their PhDs with less words, Bernie.
I was trying to wrap that question up about 6 times, and I don't think I was successful at all. Round 6 now. Billy Boy, who's just probably on about race 3 at the Noosa Surf Club. Well, I think he gets something in his throat here.
Pap, I tell you what, just a bit serious. I spoke to Paddy yesterday, mate, and he was good. He was up and about, and he's going okay. So it's bloody good news. Choked, sorry.
I don't know what he was thinking there, but that was when he was late coming in. That was gather round, actually, I think. He was,
it was.
A little bit late coming into
I think Paps
the
was already on it the
studio.
next morning.
Pat was on
the night before.
Do the maths there. That's quite early to be starting at a winery. But anyway, they won the next week, so that's good. Now, Damo, you actually come into this, and when you're on a podcast, you can actually re-record things if you're recording them during the week.
Yeah.
You decided not to here, and geez, Hutchie throws you under the bus.
How would you have approached it if you were in his position? Hutchie, just a quick snapshot answer there. You lost your voice.
I don't know whether you were coughing or you threw up, we had a big night, or you just decided to keep going, marched on through, Nath Brown style.
There was a studio without any cough buttons, so I couldn't... You're right, we probably should have tightened that up.
Probably should have.
Post-show.
Yeah, tighten that up a little bit. See, I'm here to help.
No, you are. And feedback, as Nas says, is a privilege.
Make you better. Now, round 7, I've been looking forward to this one because it's a complete Nath Brown meltdown. That's the...
Another one.
It's complete meltdown. This is from round 7, remember, the one call. The one call. So, first of all, he's trying to throw to Daisy or ask Daisy a question, and this is what comes out.
Nice, Daisy.
Jay-Z. He's gone Jay-Z. I thought it must have been Jay-Z, but no, he was trying to say Daisy. And then, well, he goes down that credit path he went down before.
The umpire stands in the middle of Marvel Stadium. Carlton up against St Kilda for McDonald's Room Hot Water. Triple M Ross footy.
Remember, this is the
McDonald's Room Hot Water.
Now, Dash, you're very good at school, very smart man. Right angles, tick, yes, that's a thing.
Yep.
Left angle? No, Nate doesn't get that.
It's a high ball. It's a 50-51. The ball bounces, and it bounces at left angles.
I haven't heard that before.
I get the path he was going down, but I don't think he worked out why it's called a right angle. But anyway, we'll educate him. We'll get him. We'll actually make a good caller of Nate one day, I reckon. He needs to start listening to this. But my favourite part of round 7 was when he became... Well, he became he was focused on the whistle. He would just love the whistle. A whistle, and what was I going to say before, Hose? Analyst, yeah. See, I threw myself under the bus. And then he decides to do one of those things after he analyses the whistle. He just stopped again, Das.
You see the Harvey Norman replay, the umpire really working his whistle over, trying to get that P to come out and do its thing. It's just not working at the moment, the whistle.
Let's just stop calling inexplicably there as well.
Generally, if you're talking about the P and a whistle, you probably should stop.
When you're calling next to someone and they just literally stop.
You saved him. You should have just left it and seen how long it actually went before he came back.
He does awkward better than anyone.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't faze him at all. No. Everyone else feels awkward.
Hey, the great Will Ashcroft having a super season this year for Brisbane, and well, Bill's questions, he doesn't ask many questions, but when he does, they don't really make sense. And I don't think he's done his homework here with Will Ashcroft when he asked him about his father, Marcus.
Can you remember your old man playing? He played for the Bears and then the Lions, of course. So you would have gone along there. 3 premierships. You remember all that, Willie?
Well, he retired in 03 and I was born in 04. So
Done his homework there. Good mate of mine, Jeremy House. No one's safe on here. He can be a player, caller, anywhere. He went on 360 and you can't make a mistake anywhere because you get called out. And this is one of those sayings you get wrong, Damo.
Since flies come in, you do get that immediate fresh of breath air and...
That's round 9. Up to round 10, are we still going, Das? We're getting finished.
I love it.
Oh, I like it. Stevie J, now this could be my favourite question of the whole year. Don't worry about my live golf question or Jay-Z's long questions. This here will go down in history as the best ever question. Remember, Scott Selwood coaches at Collingwood.
Scotty, how's Harry Mackay sort of handled the criticism that's been come his way during the week? Criticism.
I'm the Collingwood coach.
If you go into the other room and find out for us, that'd be great.
I just seen Bossy walk past you and I thought you could just ask.
Sorry,
I'm hiding. Daisy, I'm hiding.
We apologise. He's only you. He's only you, mate. He's doing the best he can.
Sorry
actually
about
gets
that.
better.
I see you on the socials. I appreciate coming on with you boys. It's been good.
Scotty Selwood ended the interview after that.
What about the way you thought they were laughing at him for his use of the word and pronunciation of criticism?
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Criticism. That made him laugh even more. He ended up under the desk. Oh, that's him laughing too, by the way, if you didn't know. Now, Craig Lowndes. See, with no one safe. Craig Lowndes. So he's doing a call. Now,
Go to other sports as well.
I'm not
man.
into my supercars, so I'm all ears when I'm listening and watching the supercars. And this one here, well, I don't know what he's trying to say, but I learnt nothing.
They've been fighting their way back, so they're doing a fantastic job. Longer race, so they can settle down, afford to just be a little bit more patient with getting that front tyre temp right, just to get them basically in a good position, especially run the rundown now down into this is the back straight into turn 6. This is on board with Shields.
The only bit I got was the end bit. I'm on board with Shields. The rest of it was just words getting thrown around. I work with Gazy most Sunday nights and very good on bounce, but I think he'd like his time back with this question.
Now, Chief, there are certain things when you want to test the limits of what the human capacity is. Having a competition to see who can take the biggest hit.
That went to air live. I think we'll just move on from that one.
Yeah, move on, Burn. Move on. That gets me in trouble.
Now, this one's for you, Zave.
Yep.
Tommy Atkinson. Tell me about him.
Battler.
Bob Battler, well, he requested to be in this segment, and, well, we didn't let him be in, did we, host?
This is how bad I'm going, Zave. This is when you know, when you're not on Nuff. They've looked at that, heard it, and said,
Who's Tom Atkinson?
Exactly. Yeah. They've said he is not big enough to even put him in the Nuff of the week.
So when you request, you don't get on unless you're a big name, Zave.
Oh, I didn't know you requested that, Burn. That's an embarrassment on the WA Perth team. And he'll be doing boundary this weekend. We're going to bring Ryan Daniels in. We'll send him down the boundary.
Yeah, that can't happen. Just pass that on, okay? You cannot request to be in here. Now,
I can't believe he submitted himself.
I can't believe it either. Now, last one here before I get to a little thing I've mixed up for you, Das. Okay. Jay-Z, you thought my question was long before. I think that went for 31 seconds. This one goes for 35. Jay-Z, I don't think he asked a question in the end.
Benny, what about Jesse Hogan? He was almost a forgotten man, cast on the AFL scrap heap when he left Fremantle, talented player at Melbourne, of course, but now he's third club at GWS. I sort of feel like he is one of the most underrated players in the competition. He's turned not only his life around, his career around, and has become a real key player for you guys. Can you talk about, the leadership and the role he's playing for you guys, because he's certainly, been a really significant contributor.
Jesse Hogan, this is your lock. Finish with a statement as well.
The boys actually laughing halfway through the question before they even got there.
Put the pressure on. We look after each other here at Trim, don't we? But just to sum up the halfway mark, just over halfway, I know, but halfway mark of the Nuff of the week this year, I've just put a little song together for you boys to enjoy.
Is it your song?
I've remixed this song. Yes, I'm
fully
part
yours?
of it. Oh, it's fully mine. Yes, I came up with this, not like your mates on Friday night. Here it is.
For McDonald's room hot water.
No, boy, let him.
Bill and Red Dead Lending Stat.
Red weight.
You're feeling fully fit.
Rubber, you bush.
Post Thomas on the interchange.
Kingley.
Unbelievable.
That's just a little thing I put together.
Outstanding, Bernie. That is the best of 2023 so far. Bernie's Nuff of the week. Year in review.